Hi y'all. We had a good rain, so the pond kind of filled up a little bit. Filled up, almost to the top of the stick right here. But your survival garden, there's no break. It has to provide food year round. Okay, so let me give you a quick show here. I planted daikon radish right here in these rows. It rained one day, it rained Wednesday morning, and I'm gonna have to water by hand. Got to water all this by hand. So daikon radish, beets. No, sorry, let me go back again. Peanuts in these 5 rows. Peanuts here. Daikon radish here. Sugar beets here. Spinach here, 1,000 seeds, and more daikon radish. But I've got to water these by hand because, let me show you right here. See this soil right here? If this dries up before that seed can germinate, everything's gonna be, it's all gonna be wasted. I'm gonna have to do it all over again. There was gonna be a 3-day rain in the forecast and it only turned out to be 1 day. But see all those weeds over there? I pulled them all out over here. And but I took advantage of the gotta burn that. Look what the soil looks like when you burn it. Nice, dark, rich, burnt weeds. But anyways, your garden has to provide food year round. And if you look at this trellis, I almost gave up on them. And I'm gonna put 2 more in, and I'm gonna show you why here in a minute. Now, if you remember, last week I harvested about 3 pounds. And I think I took the opportunity to fill up the water tank, 600 gallons. And I'm gonna have to water right here by hand, 22 rows, about maybe 2 or 3 per row. So that's gonna be a lot of walking. But you gotta do it to keep that food coming. Okay, now this is like it's like a project, it's like a simulation to see what it takes to keep that food coming year round. And let's just be real, a lot of people aren't gonna make it. You can't learn to grow food in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years. It's a long learning curve. But look, let me show you right here. These Asian beans, look at this. Look at the abundance. It came again in just a week. And the ones that don't, that you miss, they provide seeds. Let me get this one. I put that one there to show you what it looks like. Look what the seed looks like. Hang on, let me crack it open. All right, see the seed? Set it back up there. That's what the seed looks like on the Asian bean. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in there. But look at the abundance here. I've got about another 3 pounds, but let me show you, and then the learning curve. Look at this side right here. I got a lot of beans right here on this side. See that? Look. See that? Pound and a half. If I'm here, I could probably get more because I'll be watering on the very top there on the mound if I'm here all the time. So you see the abundance right here? This one's, that one ain't gonna make it. This one's gonna get longer. Look at that. See that? Now, a lot of people give up at this time of the year. They grew their little spring garden or whatever, and they think it's done. They think it's over. I think those cantaloupes and watermelons might have still been providing me if I would have been able to, stick it out. But remember, we had the worst drought in 200 years. Beans, okay? Look at this. See that? Nutrients. Seeds for next year, the ones you miss. Look at that. Okay? Little rough here. See how you get more beans on the inside, it seems? Look at this. You've got to make observations. You can't teach this in a book. Look at all these right here. I think they're more shaded. They grew better because they had more shade. See that? See that? Seeds for next year. I also pulled some daikon radish that I already planted over there. See that? What we got here? Oh, this is peanuts. I also had some peanuts in here, but that little whatever's coming in here ate some. But look at that, more beans. This is what's important. It takes over 400 pounds of food to feed one person for a year. You can't store that much. I mean, you can, but how? You know, at some point. Okay, look here. It's not too many here. See, this is where the sun's at. It's getting beat by the sun. But point here is seeds in a bean. Seeds, bean, right there. Okay. And I got to burn that when the burn ban's lifted. So the point is, I'm going to build 2 more trellises because I know that Asian bean plant works. It survived the 3 months of no rain. And I think the reason it survived it was I always keep this compost pit pond full of water. And I think the water might have gone underneath and kind of kept it alive. You know, underground. But so I'm going to be watering again by hand. I have to water these rows by hand today and tomorrow, and hopefully these seeds will germinate and I could get it going. It's been a long day. A lot of work pulling all those weeds from out in there. But it looks kind of cool, but there's nothing growing. But it's a learning curve, and you can't learn this in a book. You can't teach it. That's why I think it's important to stack food, because it's going to be very, very difficult. And the older you are, remember I did a video before this one about, you know, the useless eaters and the cows. If the planet or an area is starving and there isn't enough food, what decision are they going to make? Who's going to eat and who's going to starve? Who will be the useless eaters? And you need to know your position in that chain, in that food chain. And if you think you might be one of them, then you should stack food. Stack as much as you can, especially when you get older, because you're not going to be able to move around and do this kind of stuff. So I think the older you are, it's more important to stack food than if you were younger. Because there's no way you're going to be able to go out there and forage for your food. And if you can't forage for your own food, you got to have it on hand. So, stack food. Looks pretty cool. All right, see y'all later. I'm going to have to build 2 more trellises, because I think 2 trellises, if it's done right, if you're on site, it could feed 2 people really easy, or 1 person easy. So you need 2. You know, I might do trellises all the way down there, but it's about $100 to do 1. So see y'all later.